fucking Hook. He's not crushing no cars.
Well, he's not a big monster guy.
Exactly.
No.
So you're not gonna be impressing me by blowing out the fucking windows of a car anytime soon, Hook.
Hey, show everybody your tattoo.
Oh yeah. Hold on. This one.
Yeah. Try to. Okay. I'll just put a picture up of it.
Let me see this.
No, it's so far away. No, I'll just put a picture. It's Princess Peach.
16-bit.
16-bit original Mario Kart. I was also going to get one, but that took forever. You think that we were like, this will take like an hour, and we're like, no, it took 2.5 hours.
Well, I had to do all the little lines. That took like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and then the black took another like 50 minutes, and then like the color itself took like 30.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, like I said, I'll take the picture, put up on your Instagram if people aren't following you to see it. But yeah, I might go back this Sunday and get Mario Kart on my leg. I'm in a better mood now. The anger has subsided from sitting in a tattoo shop for 2.5 hours, and I couldn't sit next to you while I was getting done. Yeah. It was the biggest thing. Every time I've ever gone for a tattoo, I got most of my tattoos in my 20s, but it was always me and my friend and the tattoo artist. Because
let's just know that his 20s was 20 years ago. Okay.
Why you gotta call that?
Well, don't say your 20s and people think, oh, well, he's because you don't. I mean, we don't look young.
In the early 2000s.
In the beginnings of the century.
Oh, welcome back to Your Mean to Me podcast. I'm Chris Robinson.
Toni Robinson.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. It helps us out. And also, you can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts. Man,
I'm really bad with like saying things. Did I say Daniel
day.
Bryanson last week?
Daniel Bryanson, which Jim Ross then copied you.
I swear, I think AEW here listens to our podcast.
No, he's just senile.
But remember, Tony Khan sometimes be doing things after I say he should do things. Like he's listening to me.
Well, in that case, I got something for you to tell him later. We'll get to that.
Don't kill puppies?
No. Stop it. Don't kill puppies. You can't say something out of context like that. When I just said we'll talk about it later, you're like, let me foreshadow that. Killing puppies. What?
Now people will stick around to the end of the podcast. It's
not that kind of show. We're not going to advocate for killing puppies.
No, I mean, no. Who would? Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, probably. No. Apple Podcasts and Spotify, not Spottable or Spotapipple. Anyway. Oh, what do you want to talk about, Cody?
You have the agenda.
I have the agenda. Well, let's kick it off because I'm probably going to put this in the thumbnail. And you've got to deliver on the promise you make in the thumbnail. Bash in Berlin. I keep saying Bash at Berlin. It's Bash in Berlin.
Yeah, why would I say Bash at Berlin?
I don't know. Because I'm used to like Bash at the Beach was the old WCW pay-per-view.
I think it's different when it's a city versus like, oh, I'm going to have a party at the lake. No, but I'm going to have a party in Paris, right?
And now it's an NXT special event, Bash at the Beach. But yeah, so Bash in Berlin. This Saturday, these 1 o'clock in the afternoon pay-per-views, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, usually we don't have anything going on in the middle of summer. We're like, and then we go to the beach on Sundays. And then this past week, we did go to the beach on Saturday, and then we had a bunch of stuff to do on Sunday, so I watched All In on a delay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these afternoon shows, but
I don't like them.
I don't think they're going away anytime soon until WWE starts doing pay-per-views back in the States again, so probably Bad Blood in Atlanta next month, or October. Anyway, so let's get right into Cody and Kevin Owens, which I'm not a fan of the story. There is no story. We talked about this last week.
Something big should happen at Bash at Berlin with this, because like
you just screwed up at Bash at Berlin. Gotcha.
Bash in Berlin.
In Berlin.
Bash in Berlin.
Say it like a German. Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Berlin. No, but that doesn't flow. Bash at Berlin.
Bash in Deutschland.
No.
Okay. You think something big needs to happen?
Because otherwise I don't care about this. I don't care.
Well, it's funny to me because, I mean, it's Cody and the Bloodline and Roman aren't involved. Like, they're not going to have anything to do on that pay-per-view unless they interfere. But I don't know why they would do it at this point. I mean, they're teasing a Kevin Owens heel turn. He did that little, like shook and jive. Like, he was going to hit Cody, and then he just handed him the belt on SmackDown. But they're like, teasing a Kevin Owens heel turn because he always turns on his partners and his friends. It's what he's known for. But he's
Does he?
Yeah.
Like with Jericho?
They put a whole video package. Yes, just like with Jericho. They put a whole video package together. You must have missed it. Yeah, he's turned on Sammy countless times. Jericho, they showed him he turned on Kofi Kingston once and then apologized.
But I don't know. I never really like Kevin Owens to be like. I don't dislike like he's not someone like Kevin Owens, right? Like,
right.
That's not my thing. But I also don't like his whole look.
What?
I don't.
He's the prize fighter.
He looks boring to me.
Oh.
And
Would you say he's the hook of WWE for you?
Yes.
Ah.
I don't like his...
You don't know enough about his
history.
history.
I've seen him wrestle, and I'm like, this isn't as interesting as I want it to be, and...
I feel like he's lacking a little character lately. Like, he has just become kind of this, like, guy just fighting the bloodline that keeps like, a prize fighter. Like, okay, all the wrestlers here are fighting for money, and if you think about it, it's like, I don't understand. I mean, they did the thing where he talked about his mom and everything. That was kind of a connecting moment with the audience. But, yeah, I feel like in recent years, he hasn't connected with the audience as much as he used to.
Well, he doesn't connect with me.
All right. So who do you think is going to win here?
I can't imagine why they would let Kevin Owens win at this one. I don't. This makes absolutely no sense.
It literally feels very thrown together. Like, I feel like they're so like just in the weeds with the bloodline and Roman storyline now that Cody has been a part of, and now he's kind of not. And like I've said before, there's just not enough big heels on SmackDown right now to kind of fill in that role. They moved Randy, who would have made much more sense turning and feuding with Cody. I said maybe they could move Drew over, but he's still entrenched with CM Punk. So, yeah, I mean, Cody has to win here. If Kevin Owens turns on him, it's like, who cares? Like, what's the reason? Are they going to continue this? Is it going to go on to Bad Blood? Like, Kevin's going to turn on him, and then they're going to have a gimmick match at Bad Blood? Like, I don't know. It feels thrown together. I'm hoping that Bash and Million's more of, like, the beginning of this, the real beginning of this rivalry. You know, if they were friends, and Kevin Owens like, I just want that title. Like, I don't know. It feels forced.
Yeah, it does.
Feels forced.
And I'm not liking it for my champ.
You You're not liking it for the American Nightmare. What about Gunther and Randy Orton?
I'm looking forward to this match. I'm not a big Gunther fan, but I like the idea of the two of them wrestling again, so...
I mean, it was great at King of the Ring.
Yeah, so they put on a good show. And Randy Orton's got a lot of charisma. Right? Yeah.
Are you asking me or telling me?
I mean, I like them both.
Yeah.
But I don't know where this one's going because, like, you can't give him an intercontinental reign that lasted, like, 1,000,000 years and then, like...
Give him a 30-day reign as world champ.
Yeah, unless that's, like, the big, like, joke about it. Like...
That's kind of the problem right now with booking around the championships in general. That's why the more storyline-based things that don't involve titles as much, like the Bloodline, the Judgment Day, are a little more fun and interesting because kind of the title booking is set, like how they do things. Like, you're not taking the belt off Gunther after a month. That makes no sense at all to put on Randy Orton unless he drops it right back to him, but that's kind of like an older Vince-style thing to do. That's why guys like Randy and John Cena have like 14, 15 reigns because they have these little short back and forths. I see Gunther winning here decisively to kind of put the whole controversy from King of the Ring to rest. And then
I can see that little guy getting involved.
The little Ludwig Kaiser,
yeah.
the little guy.
Yeah. Tiffany Stratton's boyfriend?
His lackey. Yeah, kayfabe, brother. Yeah.
I think they're boyfriend and girlfriend on the show too, right?
No, they're not even on the same show.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. She doesn't really watch wrestling. That's
I do. I just forget these things.
She's never seen a show before. She's just guessing based on what she hears me talk about. No. And then we've got the mixed tag. Speaking of the Judgment Day, so who do you think is going to win? You think Gunther's retaining?
I think Gunther.
Yeah. And then so the mixed tag match.
Ooh, I'm looking for this one.
Ooh. Are you though? Dom and Liv, Rhea and Damian tagging up, mixed tag.
This will be good. I mean, I don't want to see them kissing.
Well, I think that has to happen.
I don't want that.
I think it's going to be a lot of awkward.
Oh, they do a lot of Eskimo kisses.
They did that this Monday. Yeah, the Eskimo kiss.
Which is so stupid.
Give a little Eskimo kiss to your microphone.
I don't want to. My makeup will come off.
Oh, mine won't.
It's just.
It's weird.
Grow the hell up. And he's not even. Ew.
He's packing.
What?
I don't know. Tendies.
That's what makes him so unsexy. The fact that he really loves chicken tenders.
We were at the beach this weekend. We're gonna pull the curtain back, and we're getting some snacks and some iced teas. Our family was on the beach. Toni and I went up to the stand, and I was like, "Did you get the chicken tendies?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Come on, give me chicken tendy. Give me it." Like, stop it. You're a grown ass man.
Well, that's what I think I told you this. Like, or I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast before, but we went on a date to like the movies, and I feel like that was like our 6th or 7th. I mean, we went on a lot of dates.
Who's counting?
Yeah. So, but it was still an early on date,
Uh-huh.
I want to say. And there's chicken tenders, and I turned to you and said, no grown man should ever order chicken tenders off a menu.
Did I order them out of spite?
No, I think you ordered like nachos or something.
I should have.
I was probably telling you were still trying to impress me rather than annoying me.
That time is long since
Oh my God, it's been gone.
Years ago. Anyway, back to the tag match. I don't know where this goes after the fact. Like, I mean, they're just going to continue feuding. I mean, I guess
I can see them fight forever. Like, I could see this go on.
I mean, is like Damian and Rhea going to fight for the tag titles? Like, are we going to let men and women start fighting each other? I mean, Rhea did riptide JD McDonough on Raw.
Oh, I want to see Priest give Liv the South of Heaven.
South of choke. You want him to choke slam Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great. I'd love to see it.
Men fighting women, cats fighting dogs. Yeah, I mean, it should be a good match.
It'd be an amazing match. Well, there's a lot of heat. Like, I just love the story right now, and I want to see them get their comeuppances.
I think Rhea pins Liv here to kind of set up a rematch for them for the women's championship. There's nobody else right now that's even close to that title on Raw, like coming after Liv. Like everybody else is in their own BS and 3-woman teams and tag teams and stuff. So I mean, I think that there's a lot of legs left for Liv and Rhea. I don't know if you do Damian and Dominik. And I think the singles match they're building to is Damian and Finn probably at some point.
Well, do you think Finn will get involved and they'll lose?
I think the Judgment Day will get, but yes, it's not going to have a clean finish or a clean match with the Judgment Day. Like, yeah, they'll all be there. Carlito and the gang.
Do you think someone will come out and help the other two? Maybe Jey Uso?
Maybe. I feel like they've kind of faded back on that. Now they got Jey focused on the IC title. I don't know if they can continue with that. But who do you see winning? I think Rhea and Damian pick up the win.
I can see it either way. I think this is a coin toss where, like, I can see them kind of giving them their, like, vengeance, but I can also see, like, just Judgment Day getting into the mix and just screws everybody over.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Fun times.
I just want to see them just go at it. It's great.
Sexually.
Why would you? No.
Oh, you meant with wrestling. I thought we were talking about Dom and Liv. No.
That's gross. Nasty. Ew. Stop kissing each other.
Eskimo kisses. Eskimo kisses and chicken tendies. The Dom and Liv story.
Oh, that's funny. That'd be good.
Anyway, what else we got? Oh, the tag titles. The women's tag titles. Dawn and Fire versus
They have
Jade
to drop
Brock.
them now because I don't.
Yeah.
They should never have had them.
Here's the one thing, though. I kind of feel like Jade's going to turn soon because the team has gotten kind of... It's kind of like, I get it, but it's going to get stale. And I wouldn't be surprised if they turn Jade to kind of give her and Bianca a chance to go one-on-one and then get Naomi involved. Like, I don't know. I've got this feeling like it's coming.
I don't think they'd turn Jade.
I don't know. I think it's coming. She's better as a heel. She's better as a cocky heel. I mean, the way kind of her personality from AEW. I mean, I don't think they could do that out of the gate with her because people are so excited to see her and she's new and they want the fans to get into her. But now that the fans have invested in her a little bit, the turn's going to hurt a little more, especially if she does it to Bianca. So, I mean, I could see them losing and then Jade turns and she's like, "What are you doing? You're holding me back."
I don't want to see the Earth, Wind, and Fire with them titles no more. Like, they're just such boring champs.
They like to talk, but yeah, they don't have any. It's one of the problems. It's one of the problems with a lot of them in NXT, and that's kind of where they came from. There's no character there. There's just Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Okay, they're Scottish.
And there's nothing to them. Like, at least Bianca and Jay come out and they got their outfits, and the other ones look like they just shopped at Marshall's before the show.
Well, yeah, Bianca's the EST, Jade's the Storm, the oncoming Storm, and even that, just having the monikers and everything, but just, you know, their look is good. They try to wear matching gear, you know, the flexing, everything. Like, I don't know. It's easier to get over as a babyface a lot of times. And as heels, those two have to do more than just be like, we're a good tag team. Like, okay, and, like, there's a lot of that going around. There's a lot of people who think they're a good tag team. That's all they have to do. Or come up with a stupid team name to get over.
Pure fascism?
The Purple Fizzy Collection.
Oh, purple. Wait.
That's what I call them. What? Team Forehead. Pure Fusion Collective.
Right, Fusion. I remember thinking, oh, like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's... Which would have, how do I say, DeVille, Baszler, and Zoe, DBZ. They could have gone with that. I don't know. Probably would have gotten sued.
Well, Zoe's in her last name. So
I know.
That's weird.
Yeah, right. DBS, Dragon Ball Super. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
And then what's the last match that's going on? It's going to hurt my brain. Oh, strap match. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk.
I have no clue with this one. I don't even know.
And they're doing the old school touch the 4 corners stipulation.
I don't even know.
So you got to incapacitate. It's kind of like a last man standing match. You got to incapacitate your opponent for a 10 count in last man standing. For this, you got to do it and touch all 4 corners consecutively. I don't know if they got little lights on him or he's just going to just tap it with his hand. The referee's going to keep track.
Lights on him like in that show. Not Double Dare. What was that show on Nickelodeon?
Guts?
Yes! And they climb that mountain and light the thing?
Just like Guts.
Yeah.
That's
like
what
Guts.
a scram match is. I mean, everything's building towards Bad Blood. I mean, it's already leaked out there. Hell in the Cell's coming at Bad Blood. So I think CM Punk wins here because Drew won at SummerSlam. Although in the past we've seen somebody win like all 3 matches. But they got to give Punk a win. Like he's come back. You know, he's smaller than Drew. Drew's younger, less injury prone. Still got the power of that bracelet that people are like cringing about and screaming about on the internet. But yeah, I think Punk takes this one.
No, I don't know.
You're not gonna even just pick. Undecided.
I don't know because it's the gimmick is new to me. I've seen like.
Well, you can figure Drew won at SummerSlam with the interference from Seth and all that nonsense and whatnot, but. Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, just say undecided.
It's another coin. It's one of those things where I just don't know where they're going with it. So.
All right. So that's Bash in Berlin.
That's Bash in Berlin.
And then
Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Deutschland. Then All In was this past weekend.
Ugh.
What was your favorite match at All In?
I didn't watch any of it.
Okay, good.
But I heard.
Oh God, from where?
Just around.
From the dirt sheets.
From everybody.
From your brother. From me.
That Britt Baker was really bad.
No.
And she brought down the whole show. And
brought down the whole show.
It would have been a great, just like perfect 10 out of 10 with all the matches if it wasn't for the fact that Britt Baker don't know how to do anything. That's what I heard.
That's not true. You
but
don't
that's
watch.
what I heard.
That's great. And there's people who don't like her or don't want her. Like, this is what happens.
The people who don't like her are very loud. Because I ain't heard any good things.
I watched the match with my own eyes.
I like how you're pointing at them. Thank you.
These are my eyes. Glasses and all. It was not a bad match by any stretch of the imagination. And it's the same thing I said when Mercedes debuted against Willow after being out of the ring for a year. And Britt's been out of the ring for a year or almost a year, whatever it is. There's a little bit of lack of timing and crispness and fluidity from move to move. And when you're working with a new opponent and how they do things and their movements and their timing, they've never wrestled each other before. And they did it on the grandest stage of them all for AEW, Wembley. This is their big deal. This is their mania. Yeah, she didn't come off as polished as she used to be. But I've seen her whole career in AEW. You know, she's not a terrible wrestler, like by any means. So I feel like this is a hiccup for her and just not her best performance.
You know who I think put out all those tweets about her being bad at wrestling? I think it was MJF.
Or his girl.
I think he got the bots, or the bots.
I don't know the bots personally. No.
He got some bots, and he made the bots go out there and shit talk Britt Baker. Is what I think happened.
Cool.
Is what I think.
Cool. Russian bots, American bots.
The bots.
Anyway, like I said, I didn't watch All In live because we had things to do. So I watched it, part of it Sunday night and finished watching it Monday morning. The only match I skipped was Jericho. Yeah. Can I finish? Hook and Jericho was the only match I skipped because I don't care about that shit at all. And look, I'm a lifelong Chris Jericho fan, but right now, and a lot of people are agreeing with me directly on threads and Twitter saying he needs to be off television. Everybody retire. He doesn't need to retire. He needs a break. Because like anything in wrestling or in pop culture or anything, we go through what I like to call cultural fatigue. And I think with wrestling is very much creative fatigue where he's trying so hard to get this another new version of himself over and it's just not connecting.
Right.
And he needs to take a break. He needs to take like 6 months off and come back and be refreshed. I mean, Jon Moxley's missed Wembley. He's been out for a couple months. I don't think he needed a refresh by any stretch of the imagination. But it's going to make him feel fresher again when he comes back. Like, oh, Jon Moxley. Like, it just, heal up, take a rest. I mean, Jericho's in his 50s now. Like, come back and do something different because I don't care about Hook. Hook is a Nepo push. That's his whole thing. He's Taz's son. And they cemented that at All In with Taz choking out Brian Keith with the Taz mission or whatever, like getting involved. Like, there's nothing interesting about Hook at all. He's undersized. He can't talk. the whole eye patch thing. Like, I'm sorry. And they announced they're going to have an 8-man tag tonight. I thought that was the end of the feud at All In. No. They're going to have an 8-man tag tonight. We're recording this on Wednesday of Hook and the Conglomeration versus the Learning Tree, Jericho's group, and Roderick Strong. And I'm like, why? Why are we doing this? Tony Khan even tweeted after he announced the match. He's like, trust me on this one. No, I don't. It's not about trust. It's not wrestling-wise. I'm sure it'll be a fine match, but just stop it. And this is one of the things, because you booked another pay-per-view 2 weeks after All In with All Out, that you can't fully stop some feuds and some stories. They've got to continue so you have some matches to put on the card All Out. But this Hook Jericho thing's got to end. Like, it's just bad. Move on to something else for both guys.
Yeah.
You don't like Hook still, right?
I don't like these, like, this is going to sound bad. People are going to say I'm body shaming or some dumb shit. I don't like small, scrawny, wiry dudes. Like, he's not, like, fat or, like, out of shape. But he's not someone I can believe.
He's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, like.
They had him beat Big Bill at Collision.
Same thing with, like, Darby Allin. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, you might be scrappy, but I don't believe that you can actually win a fight. Right? Like, you're not going out there against the Samoa Joes and holding your fucking own. Like, I understand, like, kayfabe, whatever, you got to suspend reality, but my reality can only go so far. Hook is being nobody nowheres. Okay?
It's
I can, like, breathe on him, he falls over. Okay? Like, this is not impressive. He's not an impressive physical specimen. No. Right? Like, and that's the other thing. Like, remember, like, when they're doing, like, Randy Orton's, like, thing on, like, was it E?
The A&E?
Yeah.
His biography, yeah.
Yeah, and they did it, and like Triple H even talked about it. There's nobody more physically suited for this, right? He has to look as far as like his physicality, right?
Right.
He's built to look like a wrestler, right? Same thing with The Rock. Same thing with like Cody. I don't think you're built like even when you're like thicker side, right? Like the Rikishis and the Sikoas of the world, right? Like I still think you can use your weight and force yourself around, right?
Right.
Like we saw this past week on Raw, like. What's the face? The Bronze.
Oh, Bronson
The Bronze
Reed.
go against, and like, you'll never get a spot like that with fucking Hook. He's not crushing no cars.
Well, he's not a big monster guy.
Exactly.
No.
So you're not going to be impressing me by blowing out the fucking windows of a car anytime soon, Hook.
I don't think Cody's blowing out windows of the car. So now your measuring stick for good wrestlers, can they blow out the windows of a car from a splash?
I think Cody could.
With like a really, really impactful crossroads? What are you talking about?
Well, if he goes on top of a heavier guy.
Look, the problem is in the presentation. Is they're trying to present Hook as this guy who's a giant killer and a David and Goliath type thing, and it just doesn't work. I mean, they had him beat Big Bill, great. He got squished by Samoa Joe when he had that world title shot a few months ago during Joe's reign. Like, that's it. It's kind of the reason I always like the cruiserweight division in WCW. It's kind of why every time WWE wants to start the cruiserweight division again, I'm like, yay, because like, yeah. You can't have the Braun Strowmans and the Bronson Reeds of the world fighting the Jack Perrys and the Darby Allins of the world. I know they're in separate companies. Relax. But you get what I'm saying. Like you have to kind of keep it somewhat believable, or put the guy in a tag team, like something. But yeah, this is just like, what's Hook's character? Taz's son. That's his character.
I also hate the hat and the hair. Like,
he had tape over his eye. Who wears tape over their eye? Put on an eye patch or a bandage or something. My man's wrestling with black tape over his eye. I'm like, you look ridiculous.
Is his eye hurt or is it just a look?
Jericho threw the fireball at him, which apparently injured him for weeks and weeks. So you're cleared with one eye that's severely burnt. Like, it just, there's a lot about AEW to like, and there's little things like this that just, it's like, get this off my TV. There's other people. You got so many freaking people back there, 3,000 according to Will Ospreay, that deserve this shot in this spot. Like, throw Hook in ROH. ROH has become AEW Dark with belts anyway. Throw Hook in ROH. Let him try to like find himself and find a character and work on shit there. And then, once he's ready, if he finds something, if he really catches on, then ship him back over to Dynamite and Collision. But I don't know. It's one of the things that I really just like get him off my television. Like, I don't want to watch him.
Yeah, because even with his name, like his branding is bad. Like Hook, I don't think anything, right? There's no association coming up, right?
The Red Hook district, I believe, is where Taz used to say he was from was that Brooklyn? The Bronx? Yeah, Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Isn't Red Hook in Jersey? No, it is in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, yeah. That's where Taz has always billed himself from when he was wrestling. So I think he just took it from that.
You say Red Hook district?
or Red Hook, whatever. Yeah, I'm thinking of Red Light District, so just probably Red Hook.
Yeah, it is Red Hook.
It's been a long time. Taz hasn't been a wrestler in many years. Anyway, other than that, All In was a very good show. A lot of great matches.
Sure.
Ricochet debuted, just like we said he would.
And lost. He didn't do anything.
He didn't lose.
He didn't win.
Okay, only one guy's winning out of...
Okay, so the other ones are losers. I don't understand.
Oh, my God. Doesn't count as like 0-1 on his official AEW record.
Okay, but if you didn't win, you a loser.
Well, he's wrestling tonight.
Against?
Kyle Fletcher. Well, you said last week that Ricochet is a needle mover for you. So I'm going to get the needle out, and you better move it.
I'll watch.
I want you
I don't
on that couch.
That's not like an impressive matchup for me.
I want you on. Kyle Fletcher's a very good wrestler.
I'm sure he is. All of them are. They're all really good. It's where the best wrestle.
Yes.
So stop telling me this. Stop saying he's a good wrestler. I wouldn't think that they'd put bad wrestlers on my television, okay? Except for Hook, apparently.
Well, he's not a bad wrestler. He's not great. I want you on that couch with a bowl of popcorn, like, nom, nom, nom.
No, with my ranch and my veggies. I'm so healthy.
And I want you to move the needle.
I'll watch. I didn't say I was going to watch. I just wasn't excited about the matchup.
Well, what do you want to do? Walk in the company and get a world title shot?
No, but like, isn't there like someone else? What about one of the luchadors?
There's not that many left. Phoenix and Penta, they're leaving. They're gone.
Ricky Starks.
There's Ricky Starks also gone. You just naming guys that are sitting at home?
I don't know.
This is a good matchup for him.
Bear Mountain.
Bear Mountain? What?
Wait, oh no, that's Iron Savages.
Iron Savages? What? They're a tag team and a trio. I mean, no. Kyle Fletcher has a compatible style with Ricochet. They're going to
better be compatible. I better see compatibility tonight.
I better see compatibility. So there is no pleasing you.
No.
And then finally, I want to talk about my old friend Uncle Howdy.
Oh God, why?
Well, he had his big debut singles match.
Yeah.
Against Chad Gable.
Yeah.
And I've ranted and raved on that. And I still feel the same way, but I came up with an idea. And something that would get me to actually invest in this character.
All right.
They need to end the Chad Gable feud.
Okay.
And they need to have a heel, maybe Karrion Kross, I don't know, somebody, attack him for what he's doing. And be like, you just can't let go of the fact that your brother's dead. And you're putting on a mask, and you got a bunch of guys with you now, and it's a tribute. You're a tribute band. You're a tribute band to your brother, using his name and everything. And you never got over on your own. Nobody believed in you in NXT. Nobody believed in you in the main roster. Nobody cared about the B team. That faded away. Like this, you're using your brother's legacy to get yourself over, and it shouldn't be allowed, and I'm going to put you down because of it. Bring reality in, because people get really upset when I talk about it. Let's get Triple H
on the phone right now.
People get really upset when I talk about it on Twitter and say, what are you talking about? He's his brother, and we love Bray, and he's doing this for his brother. And blah, blah, blah. Cool. So my heel work on Twitter, clearly working, put it on TV. And I think Karrion Kross, because he has a group and because Bo has a group, that would make the most sense.
I think Karrion Kross is very...
He's underrated and underutilized.
I think so.
He's a good guy. I've spent some time with him personally.
Of course you do.
What? I have.
Name drop.
I traveled with the man. I was in Alaska with him, Texas. Like he's someone I know. And I
know him too.
He's someone I've been friendly with and had conversations. Anyway, I feel he's been underutilized since returning to WWE. This whole thing with the New Day.
He's good on the mic.
Huh?
I think he's good on the mic.
He's very good on the mic.
Not booty.
But I think this angle, this story,
I would be captivated. Yes.
Because Howdy and the Six they're baby faces.
Yeah, and I would be rooting for the heels in this one. Like, yeah, get him.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, get him. I'll scream that at the TV.
Go get them, babyface and heels. Fight, fight, fight. Like what? But anyway, that's my idea because I'm tired of.
I will get Mr. H. Mr. 3 H's.
Get Paul on the phone.
Mr. Levesque on the phone.
I think because the I don't know. Everything else for me isn't working. The whole Gable feud, it just kept beating him and beating him and beating him. There's no Gable and the Creeds aren't getting their heat back. They're just getting beat each week. They got beaten the 6-man. They got beat here. I'm like, how are they benefiting from this? I think that's what makes me more mad. And somebody's like, Chad Gable said in an interview that he's all for this and he likes being a part of it. Of course he did. This is the same guy that was forced to be Shorty G. Do you think he's going to talk back? He's going to toe the company line. He's going to do what's asked of him. And he said, yeah, I'll be the first,
He's a good soldier.
Yeah, I'll be the first story for them. When they come in, he agreed to it. Of course he did. Because he knows that eventually he'll build back up. But it's like, I feel like his value has not been knocked down, but just like his standing has been knocked down. The fans are like, all right, well, Uncle Howdy and his clowns beat the hell out of him. So why am I going to believe this guy again against a Bronson Reed, against a Braun Strowman? Well, why? Because he's got backup now. And that's the thing. That's another thing. Little guys also need backup.
Yeah.
When they're facing other big guys.
Like J.D. McDonough.
Wait, he needs backup or he is the backup?
He needs backup.
Because I feel like Carlito now is the muscle of the Judgment Day.
Oh, no. He needs backup.
He needs backup, yeah.
Because he's always getting rocked first by like Rhea and
yeah, he took that riptide like a champ. And she usually folded him up on that. I was like, damn, like she's clearly, very strong, but it's just to see that, it was impressive.
Yeah, so
she did not struggle putting JD McDonough through the mat. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Any other burning questions or opinions?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, your boy is in the main event at Mo Mercy. You didn't even watch his concert last night.
Did you say Mo Mercy?
Mo Mercy, yes.
That's what I heard, Mo Mercy.
He's debuting in a triple threat with Ethan Page and Mo Mercy. Oh, that's actually
I do believe in Joe Hendry.
Huh? You do believe in Joe Hendry?
It's just that I don't always have the energy to sit and watch Joe Hendry.
He was the main event last night. The main event concert.
Why don't you watch upstairs in bed? I have to sit on the couch. The couch isn't comfortable.
Do you think it's very comfortable? If we just got these couches, you're already soured on them?
They're like folded into like comfort your body and Kyle's body, like they're molded to your bodies, and like so when I sit on them, it's like because I don't have the same like the Robinson body type is not mine. Like,
we're really pulling back the curtain right now.
Y'all are just like tall with skinny legs, and I am short and I got some thunder thighs. Like,
well, this took a turn. I asked you about Joe Hendry. All of a sudden, we're body type comparison. Do you think he's gonna win the NXT?
Yes.
You think he's gonna win? You think
I don't understand why they would put him in there to lose. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, just give him the title.
Because he's not a signed WWE wrestler.
And
you really think? And the only reason I don't want him to win, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a moment. I think it would get people talking or watching. Is because these NXT title reigns, which used to have some length and some meaning to them, are starting to become short. Like Trick's reign was very short. Now Ethan Page has it. Do they just drop it right to Joe Hendry? Does Ethan Page pick it up? Do they do a triple threat at the next show between the three of them? Because Trick is the special referee now of this match. So that's why I think like there's gonna be some shenanigans. I don't see Joe, but Joe Hendry also told Trick, if I win the belt, you're gonna get the first shot at it. So, I mean, that's kind of like... But that's the other thing. And so Ava still makes him the special referee. I'm like, your special referee was just told by one of the competitors in the match that if he wins, Trick gets a title shot. Why wouldn't Trick cheat to help Joe Hendry
Yeah, okay, so
win?
what's going to happen?
It's a little nonsensical. They shouldn't have had that.
Or it's good storytelling.
No, it's not good storytelling because it gives Trick the incentive to cheat.
Yeah, give him the incentive. Like, give him the like, oh, it behooves me if I rule in your favor.
I can see Trick saying that. It behooves me.
I like that word. That's a good word.
Oh, yeah, man.
My favorite B word.
Okay. That's Booker T during Trick Williams' entrance. It's very annoying. I don't understand why they have him do it. The people in the arena can't hear it. Just the people on TV. He's like, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I feel it. This gravelly ass Booker T voice. I love Booker T. But it's just funny. All right. Let's wrap it up then. So you think Joe's winning?
Yeah.
You believe? Do
believe.
you believe?
No.
You believe.
I believe.
Nobody believed. Anyway, make sure you subscribe on the old YouTubes. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know. What do you think is going to happen at Bash in Berlin? And do you think Joe Hendry's walking away with the championship?
And what do you think my next tattoo should be?
And what do you think Tony's next tattoo should be? I think it should be a tattoo of our couch with me and Kyle sitting on it. Right across your lower back.
I don't get lower back tattoos.
Well,
I'm not a tramp.
Oh, fancy. Spotify or Applefy, whatever the hell it's called. Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can listen to it if you just want the audio, if you don't want to see my dumb face. What? You like my dumb face.
I don't think it's dumb.
This podcast got real personal. We got no reality TV to talk about.
So we are the reality. It's like on Teresa Giudice.
Oh, no. All right. Say goodbye, Toni.
Goodbye, Toni.